Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today, we will learn about the explosive developments coming to Port Charles this Monday, December 1st. And trust us when we say that fans are in for an absolutely wild ride filled with family drama, romantic chaos, and shocking revelations that will leave everyone speechless. The upcoming episode promises to deliver some of the most intense moments of the season, with multiple storylines converging in ways that nobody saw coming. From doomed holiday dinners to life-changing secrets being exposed, December is kicking off with a bang that will set the stage for weeks of dramatic fallout. Drew's wedding day promise spells disaster. At Drew Kane's residence, the atmosphere is charged with anticipation and underlying tension as he prepares for what should be the happiest day of his life. Drew is looking forward to finally tying the knot with Willow Tate, and he's making bold declarations about how their wedding day is going to be absolutely perfect in every way imaginable. However, longtime soap opera fans know all too well that when a character on General Hospital insists something will go perfectly, that's practically a guarantee that disaster is lurking just around the corner. Drew's ominous promise about perfection feels like a red flag waving frantically in the wind, signaling that chaos is about to erupt. The more confident he appears about the ceremony going off without a hitch, the more viewers should brace themselves for potential catastrophe. Will someone object during the ceremony? Could shocking information come to light at the worst possible moment? Or perhaps an unexpected guest will arrive to throw everything into turmoil. Drew's overconfidence may very well be the kiss of death for his carefully planned nuptials. Willow's wedding day jitters intensify. Meanwhile, Willow herself is displaying clear signs of anxiety and second thoughts about the impending ceremony, which definitely raises some major red flags about whether this wedding will actually happen. Her nervousness isn't going unnoticed by those closest to her, particularly her mother Nina Reeves, who has always had a complicated relationship with Willow but genuinely wants her daughter to be happy. Nina's maternal instincts are kicking into overdrive as she picks up on Willow's escalating anxiety and visible distress. In a surprising moment of support and understanding, Nina will actually suggest that they could leave before the ceremony officially begins if Willow is having serious doubts about marrying Drew. This is a significant gesture from Nina, showing how much she's grown and how deeply she cares about Willow's well-being, even if it means potentially disappointing Drew and causing a scandal. The big question that everyone will be asking is whether Willow will actually go through with saying I do when the moment of truth arrives, or if she'll follow her gut instinct and call off the wedding at the last possible second. General Hospital spoilers confirm that Willow will at least stick around long enough for the nuptials to officially begin, but that doesn't necessarily mean she'll complete her vows. Could she leave Drew standing alone at the altar in front of all their family and friends? The tension is absolutely palpable. Quartermaine Thanksgiving disaster unfolds. Over at the iconic Quartermaine mansion, the annual Thanksgiving celebration is shaping up to be yet another memorable disaster for the history books. Brooklyn Quartermaine has developed a seriously bad feeling about the turkey that Harrison Chase is planning to serve as the centerpiece of their holiday meal. Her instincts are proving to be right on the money because their dog Outback appears poised to completely ruin the carefully prepared dinner in spectacular fashion. It seems that the mischievous canine has other plans for that beautiful bird, and those plans definitely don't involve it making it to the dining room table intact. Brooklyn's concerns about the meal are completely justified, and viewers can expect some hilarious chaos to ensue when Outback makes his move. Following the inevitable turkey catastrophe, the Quartermaines will presumably fall back on their time-honored tradition of ordering pizza to save the day, proving once again that this family simply cannot catch a break when it comes to hosting successful holiday dinners. It's become almost a running joke at this point that Quartermaine holiday meals never go according to plan, and this Thanksgiving will be no exception to that rule. Adding another layer to the Quartermaine gathering, Giovanni Joe Palmieri will find himself answering the mansion door when an unexpected visitor comes knocking during the festivities. This mysterious arrival raises some intriguing questions about who might be showing up unannounced. Could it be the vivacious Lois Churlo making a surprise appearance to join the family celebration? Or perhaps someone else entirely will show up with news that could shift the dynamics of the entire gathering? The identity of this visitor could have significant implications for the storylines moving forward. Ashford family tensions surface. Marshall Ashford's homecoming for Thanksgiving will bring a welcome dose of family warmth, but it will also introduce some undeniable awkwardness when he starts asking pointed questions about the whereabouts of Portia Robinson. Trina Robinson will be put in the uncomfortable position of having to offer updates and explanations about her mother, revealing that Portia is supposedly working at the hospital during the holiday. However, the reality of the situation appears to be more complicated than a simple work obligation. It seems increasingly clear that Portia is primarily using work as a convenient excuse to avoid spending time with Curtis Ashford and all the painful drama surrounding their impending divorce. The dissolution of their marriage has created an incredibly tense atmosphere, and Portia clearly isn't ready to face her estranged husband during what should be a joyful family holiday. The emotional wounds are still too fresh, and being in the same room with Curtis would undoubtedly be too difficult for her to handle right now. Curtis himself will have an exceptionally busy day juggling multiple important interactions and obligations. He'll manage to squeeze in some genuinely close and intimate moments with Jordan Ashford, which could signal a potential rekindling of their connection. Given the timing of these moments occurring while his marriage to Portia is falling apart, there's definitely something significant brewing between Curtis and Jordan. Additionally, Curtis will most likely have to field questions from Nathan West regarding Drew and whatever controversial situation Drew has gotten himself entangled in lately. Curtis is clearly at a crossroads in his personal life, and the decisions he makes in the coming days could have lasting repercussions. As for Stella Henry, she'll drop some hints about something being all the revenge that someone needs, suggesting a philosophical approach to dealing with conflict and betrayal. It appears that Stella is trying to shake off her latest outburst directed at Drew and refocus her energy on what truly matters: her family. She seems to be embracing the old saying that living well is the best revenge, choosing to rise above the drama rather than getting further entangled in it. This mature perspective from Stella could serve as an important example for others in Port Charles who are currently consumed by their various feuds and conflicts. Portia's hospital surprise. Since Portia Robinson has volunteered to cover for Terry Randolph at General Hospital during the Thanksgiving holiday, she'll be caught completely off guard when she encounters Isaiah Gannon at the hospital. Their unexpected meeting will definitely create an interesting dynamic, especially given the circumstances. It appears that the selfless Isaiah has sacrificed his own time off so that another colleague could celebrate Thanksgiving with their family, demonstrating the kind of compassionate character that makes him such a valued member of the hospital staff. Isaiah will offer up an explanation for his presence at GH during the holiday, and this interaction with Portia could potentially open the door for some meaningful conversations between them. Given everything that Portia is currently dealing with regarding her crumbling marriage and the secret she's harboring, having someone like Isaiah around might provide unexpected comfort or complications. Trina receives stunning news. Back with Trina Robinson, she'll receive some information that will leave her absolutely reeling and struggling to process what she's just learned. The stunning news that comes her way promises to be completely life-altering and will undoubtedly shift her perspective on her family situation. Since Trina currently doesn't know about Portia's pregnancy, that could very well be the shocking revelation that's heading her way. Discovering that her mother is expecting a baby while simultaneously going through a divorce would be an enormous bombshell for Trina to absorb. The timing couldn't be more complicated, and learning this secret would force Trina to grapple with some very complex emotions about her mother's choices and the future of her family. How will Trina react to this news if it is indeed about her mother's pregnancy? Will she be supportive, angry, confused, or some complicated mixture of all those emotions? This revelation could fundamentally change the dynamics within the Ashford-Robinson family and create ripple effects that extend far beyond just Trina's immediate reaction. The events of Monday, December 1st, are setting up some major storylines that will undoubtedly dominate General Hospital for weeks to come. Between wedding day drama, holiday disasters, family secrets being exposed, and complicated romantic entanglements, Port Charles is living up to its reputation as a place where calm and normalcy are virtually impossible to maintain for any length of time. Fans won't want to miss a single moment of the explosive action coming their way. Next, we will dive deep into the growing turmoil surrounding Drew Quartermaine and the controversy over his right to the illustrious Quartermaine family possessions. The Quartermaine legacy, a coveted prize. The Quartermaine estate isn't just a fortune, it's a tapestry of inheritance battles, psychological scars, and power plays that have shaped Port Charles for decades. Every portrait on the wall tells a story of ambition and betrayal, and Drew Quartermaine has recently found himself at the very heart of this ongoing family saga. An outsider for much of his life, Drew's sudden emergence as a potential heir shook the established order, stirring emotions and igniting grudges that had been dormant for years. Drew's claim to the Quartermaine wealth is shrouded in both legal ambiguity and family tradition. Unlike heirs raised amidst the sprawling estate, Drew's background is marked by secrecy and separation facts that make his pursuit of the family fortune far more controversial than that of his rivals. His every move, from his return to Port Charles to his involvement in family business affairs, has been met with a chorus of suspicion and skepticism. Entitlement or opportunity? Examining Drew's claim, fans and detractors alike question whether Drew truly deserves any part of the Quartermaine inheritance. On paper, his blood connection gives some credibility, but family possessions like antique jewelry, artwork, and historic documents carry meaning far beyond legal titles. Traditionally, heirlooms pass through lines of trust, mentorship, and loyalty, a system Drew was not a part of for most of his life. Legally, Monica Quartermaine's will is the ultimate authority on who owns what, but Drew's actions have often sidestepped official processes, causing a rift within the family. The decision to intercept delivery trucks full of valuable items or take decisive action without explicit family agreement was seen by some as bold and by others as crossing an ethical line. His dramatic efforts to assert control even led him to contemplate bulldozing the family crypt at one point, shocking relatives and viewers alike. Drew's reputation. Fans react to the chaos. Public opinion is fiercely divided. Some audience members feel that since Drew was raised outside the core Quartermaine family, he has no meaningful claim to their possessions. They point to his unrelenting pursuit of Quartermaine assets as evidence of self-serving ambition rather than loyalty. Others sympathize with Drew, suggesting he is merely trying to reclaim lost time and family bonds that were stolen from him by his mysterious past. His efforts have not been without consequence. Relationships within the mansion have grown increasingly strained, with established Quartermaines wary of his intentions and the possibility that Drew could unravel their world. His reputation has taken further hits as fans label his storyline repetitive, predictable, and even petty. Memorable incidents, such as his controversial dealings with the family crypt, have cemented his status as a divisive figure. Alan Quartermaine's shadow, navigating a powerful legacy. Alan Quartermaine's legacy looms large over Drew's journey. Unlike classic heirs, such as Jason or Emily, Drew's connection to Alan is mediated by both love and loss, with Monica Quartermaine acting as the unwilling gatekeeper of Alan's wishes. For a time, Monica saw Drew as a son and defender of Alan's memory, but as disagreements over inheritance heated up, their relationship fractured. The emotional currency of being Alan's son is completely distinct from the legal rights Alan's will might guarantee. Monica's support for Drew was always conditional, rooted in her sense of family, but not unshakable when it comes to wealth. Many wonder whether Alan's intentions for Drew were ever truly about material possessions or more about repairing family bonds broken by trauma and secrets, rivalries and precedents. Austen's brief Quartermaine ambition. Drew's dilemma is not without precedent. Recent history reminds viewers of Dr. Austen Gatlin Holt's own struggle to secure his Quartermaine share. Austen's approach marked by persistence, then resignation serves as a cautionary tale for Drew. Austen chose to move on rather than ignite endless drama, and some fans believe that Drew should do the same, adopting a different last name and focusing on a path outside the mansion. His flirtation with the Moore lineage exposes another layer in his identity struggle. Ethics and legalities. Drew's risky maneuvers. A particularly damning episode involved Drew allegedly intercepting a delivery truck carrying Quartermaine heirlooms. Fans and legal experts both agree that regardless of familial connections, taking property without due process can constitute theft. Inheritance law as unequivocal items explicitly willed to Monica must go to Monica. By ignoring these boundaries, Drew risks criminal liability, and in Port Charles, family feuds made public can end careers or lives. Community reactions to these maneuvers have ranged from outrage to laughter, reflecting the soap opera's centrality to so many viewers' lives. Some point to Drew's actions as emblematic of a larger problem plaguing the Quartermaines, an unending cycle of suspicion, ambition, and ruthless power grabs that have made them both feared and envied. The path forward. Will Drew ever belong? As Drew tries to find his place in the mansion, the central question remains: is there a future where he is genuinely accepted as a Quartermaine? Attempts to reconcile have so far only deepened suspicions, and each misstep makes genuine forgiveness seem just out of reach. The calls for Drew to turn away from the Quartermaines and embrace his Moore roots reflect both a desire for narrative closure and a realistic assessment of his place in the families. Complex heirloom drama. Some speculate that only a major act of sacrifice or reconciliation, something that proves Drew's intentions are about healing, not self-enrichment, will redeem him in the eyes of his critics. Until then, he stands at a crossroads, with the wealth and legacy of one of television's most iconic families hanging in the balance. General Hospital's enduring allure. Why this matters. This inheritance dispute is more than a plot device. It embodies everything that makes General Hospital gripping for millions of fans. Through Drew's struggles, the series explores timeless soap opera themes, lost families, disputed fortunes, and the quest for acceptance. Each twist not only entertains, but also forces viewers to question what truly makes someone family: blood, loyalty, forgiveness, or something else entirely. No matter which path Drew chooses, his search for belonging against a backdrop of suspicion and wealth ensures that the Quartermaine saga remains one of television's most talked about family feuds. For now, Port Charles holds its breath, eager to see who will emerge as the true heir not just to the estate, but to the Quartermaine legacy itself.